All right, we have one box of 2021 Bowman Bets Baseball. Kevin is the Angels, Jerry is the Astros and Athletics, Mike is the Blue Jays, Avery is the Braves, Jerry is the Brewers, William is the Cardinals, Jonathan is the Cubs, Jerry is the Diamondbacks, Jonathan is the Dodgers, Jerry is the Giants and Indians and Mariners and Marlins, Derek is the Mets, and Jerry is the Nationals, Jess is the Orioles, Avery is the Padres, Jerry is the Phillies, Jim is the Pirates, Derek is the Rangers, Mike is the Rays, Rebecca is the Reds, Jason is the Red Sox, Lee is the Rockies, Derek is the Orioles, Ryan is the Tigers, Mike is the Twins, Ryan is the White Sox and Yankees. That's how I measure it. You know, I think that a lot of quarterbacks have Hall of Fame moments. But just because you have Hall of Fame moments, yeah, I agree, Maurice. Just because you have Hall of Fame moments, I don't think that dictates a Hall of Fame career. You have to have more than 1 or 2 or 3 Hall of Fame moments to get into the Hall of Fame. You have to have a career full of them. And so, guys like Nick Foles has a couple. Eli Manning has a couple. I don't know about Nick Foles. I don't know if Nick Foles will get it, personally. I think that's a toss-up. I do think Eli will get in, but I don't necessarily agree with that. Yeah, Hall of Fame, exactly. Hall of Fame seasons even. Sixto Sanchez, Casey Mize. Eli Manning never really had a Hall of Fame season. I mean, we have a Joe Adell. That's going to the Angels and Kevin. And so, you know, I think that they all will get in because, yeah, exactly. Oh, it can't just be numbers. No. But, like, for example, not talking number-wise, like Eli's Hall of Fame moment, I would say Eli has a couple Hall of Fame moments. The Super Bowls, the game-winning drives, right? Those were Hall of Fame moments for Eli. He was locked in. He came up big. He came in clutch. But we have a Carlos Colmenares auto going to the Rays and Mike. He didn't do that all throughout his career. Yeah, Cubs season was a Hall of Fame season. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree, Maurice. I agree. Then we have a Julio Rodriguez on the back. Let's go to the Mariners and Jerry. Yeah. I mean, that's very fair. Dominguez, Hedbert Perez. We have an Aaron Judge masterpiece. Let's go to the Yankees and Ryan. Future Vibrance, Jared Kelenic. Going to the Mariners and Jerry. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's become a quarterback award. Unless you know, if Cup would have went over 2,000, I think you would have got MVP. But it's become such a quarterback award. Miguel Cabrera. Let's go on to the Tigers and Ryan. Gilbert. We have a Future Vibrance Brady House. That's going to the Nationals and Jerry. I think it's an interesting conversation to have, though. I do. We have Josh Donaldson going to the Twins and Mike. We have Jose Ramirez, Xander Bogaerts. Nice. We have 65 out of 250. Marcelo Meyer. Let's go to Boston and Jason. Look, anybody who thinks that Kirk Cousins is borderline Hall of Fame just is delusional. I do think that Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, but I don't think he's anywhere near a Hall of Fame quarterback. We have a Michelle Urbina auto gone to the Twins, and Mike, I don't think is anywhere near a Hall of Fame quarterback. I think that he used to be very overrated. Yeah, exactly, Michael. We have Kyle Lewis going to the Mariners and Jerry. Exactly, man. That's my whole point. I think Eli will get in just because he's a quarterback. You know, whereas Malcolm Butler isn't. But you know, the Hall of Fame is supposed to be for elite players, and Eli just wasn't an elite player. He might have been clutch. He had a few clutch moments, but we have an Andrew Vaughan. Maybe Ed. I think it'd be borderline because I think he's been a better quarterback than Eli statistically. Future vibrance. That's Andrew Vaughan. Let's go to the White Sox from Ryan. So I mean, I could see that. Yeah. We have a Jose Barrero going to the Reds and Rebecca. We have a Brady House. Let's go on to the Nationals and Jerry. And then we have a Jackson Merrill going to the Padres and Avery. I think this was the last box of Bowman's best, guys, so I just want to get this posted. I think I have 2 boxes of tier 1 left, so I'm gonna. Last time I posted a 2 box, it didn't go over well, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to post a 2 box or 2 1 box breaks, but we'll figure something out. We'll get them both one way or the other. Yeah, you're not wrong, Ed. You're not wrong at all. And also, people read way too much into rings nowadays. Like, freaking Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl ring. That doesn't make him a Hall of Fame quarterback. We have Brady House. Let's go to the Nationals. And Jerry. You know, so, granted, Eli has 2, but... And he did come up big, but it's like, man, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Let's go to the Marlins and Jerry. He just wasn't a good quarterback besides, you know, I mean, he had a couple big moments in those games, and in other games, you know, he had some highlights, but he was an average quarterback at best, you know, most of the time. And it's like, all right, I agree with you to an extent there. I agree with you to an extent, but I don't think that I think rings are weighted too heavily, just in general. We have a Harry Ford going to the Mariners and Jerry. Yeah, exactly, Ed. Exactly. And we have a Hashon. I always mess this dude's name up, bro. Can someone please tell me, like, can someone who knows how to say this dude's name please, like, teach me? Because I just can't get it right. Like, I don't know. I don't know butcher it. Hashong Kim? Let's go into the Padres and Avery. If I said that wrong, please correct me. Yeah. Absolutely, Maurice. I mean, people actually really forget how bad Peyton's last season was. And that's not... I mean, look, Peyton Manning, in my opinion, is just the best pure talent quarterback to ever play the game. You know, I think that Brady's the greatest of all time. You can say cheat, whatever. I don't care. I think that Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. But I think that Peyton Manning was the most talented quarterback of all time. I would say so, Michael. We have 100 out of 199. Nolan Arenado. But he just stretched it, man. That's going to the Cardinals and William. I mean, his last season, he had 8 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. Like, he wasn't good. He just wasn't good at all. He had 8 touchdowns and 17 picks. We have a best of 2021 autograph of Aaron Zavala going to the Rangers and Derek. I mean, that's atrocious. Yeah, but Joe Thomas was one of the most dominant offensive linemen of his time. I mean, he was crazy. We have a Chase Petty going to the Twins and Mike. Yeah, Peyton, that last ring, Peyton had nothing to do with that last ring. That was 100% the defense. That Denver defense was crazy disgusting. That's a good question. I think, obviously Dolphins fans will argue Marino, and Colts fans and Broncos fans will argue Manning. And I think that both arguments are valid. I think that both could be argued. Manoah, Howard, definitely think that there's an argument there for both of them. We have a Christian Pache going to the Braves and Avery. I would have to disagree with you, Mario. I think that the only sport that it would even be possible to rig would be NBA because there's only like, what is it, like 11 people, 12 people, something like that. For the NFL to be rigged, Mario, there's too many people. Way too many people that I would even... We have Carlos Colmenares going to the Rays and Mike. Realistically, you know who says the NFL is rigged? People whose teams are bad. We have Blaze Jordan going to the Red Sox and Jason. Like, normally you'll hear, like, Jags fans and Jets fans and, teams like that. I do think that the referees play a huge part in games, but I think that would be as far as it goes. I don't think the actual players, owners, front office have any part in it because, again, for that to happen, I mean, there's 53 players on each roster plus the practice squad, which is, I think, 13 or 12 or something like that. So that's 53 times 32, and then whatever the practice squad is, what is it, 10, 11, something like that, times 32. Plus all, you have the trainers, the executives, the coaches, the assistant coaches, the coordinators, the scouts, there's way too many people involved with one football team to even think about the league being rigged. It just doesn't add up. We have a Sal Frelick going to the Brewers and Jerry. Which Atlanta game are you talking about? We have Ronald Acuna Jr. going to the Braves and Avery. There's a lot of Atlanta games that have been played. Dude, like, some things might seem off, maybe. The Super Bowl. That's just bad coaching. That was terribly bad coaching on Shanahan's part. And again, the referees might have played a part in that, but the league isn't rigged. I mean, look, Mario, just take a minute to sit back and think about all of the people that would have to have knowledge of the league being rigged. Well, that's a little different, Mario. That's not necessarily the league being rigged. Those are two different things. Two completely separate things. What's going on with the Dolphins and the league being rigged. Two completely separate things. We have a William Contreras refractor auto that's going to the Braves and Avery. So, I mean, yeah, those are two completely different things. We have a Yerma Mercedes rookie. So, refractor going to the White Sox and Ryan. And that was our 2021 Bowman Best Baseball.